Hey, hello everyone, my name is Chris and welcome to another game review. Today I'm gonna be reviewing new Assassin's Creed Odyssey, and before I continue I just wanna apologize because I said I'll make this review maybe a week ago or something. I announced it in my Chris Facebook group and I didn't make it because I didn't really have that much time. So I finally managed to grab some time and make this review. So yeah, here it is, and one big spoiler alert across the screen because as usual I'm quickly gonna go through the story of the game and then I'm gonna share my opinions and thoughts about the game and its gameplay and everything that surrounds this game. So yeah, in case you didn't play this game and you don't wanna get the story spoiled, then just click away from this video or something, and in case you are interested in my full review of this game, then stay with me till the end of this video and let's get started. Alright, well, 2018 and Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Yep, new Assassin's Creed game. And I'm gonna immediately say it, this was the worst Assassin's Creed I have ever played. Unfortunately, there is not much good stuff I can say about this game. Like, I personally didn't enjoy it that much, and that doesn't mean someone else maybe won't enjoy it, but like I said, these are just my opinions and thoughts about the game, so don't get me wrong. But yeah, I don't know, just I didn't really feel like this was an Assassin's Creed game, and here is why. Let's start with the story first. Story in Assassin's Creed Odyssey takes place before Assassin's Creed Origins, and you play as, actually you can pick whether you want to play as Alexios or his sister Cassandra, so you can pick between a male and female character at the beginning of the game. Also, before you start the game gives you an option to pick like more exploration more or like casual mode, where you have indicators telling you where you need to go and all that kind of stuff. I picked casual mode because that's what I'm used to, but I think they did a really good job with exploration mode for players who wants to explore environment of Assassin's Creed Odyssey and who really wants to get into that world and all that kind of stuff. So it's a good thing they added that, but for me casual mode was an option. So story of Assassin's Creed Odyssey, like I said, takes place before Assassin's Creed Origins. It takes place before Assassin Order that was created in Assassin's Creed Origins. So everything is before Assassin's Creed Origins. So you go even more back to the history, which doesn't make much sense because this game doesn't feel like Assassin's Creed at all. So your character, whether you pick Alexios or Cassandra, is basically on a quest to find his or her family back again and united, because as kids they were thrown off a mountain in Sparta and they thought for each other that they are dead. Cassandra thought for Alexios that he's dead, and Alexios thought for Cassandra that she's dead. Again, it depends by which character you pick. So through the whole game you are actually looking for your family and you are trying to find out the truth about yourself, and in my opinion it was really boring. And that's pretty much what the whole story of Assassin's Creed is all about. Of course there are a bunch of characters who appear through the game, and your character is basically just a mercenary, a guy or a girl, depends again who you pick, and he or she just goes and does things for money. So it's not an assassin, you are not in Assassin Order, you are just a mercenary who does things for money. Assassins, Templars, it just doesn't exist in Assassin's Creed Odyssey. So it's just a story of a guy or a girl who is trying to find out truth about themselves and trying to find their family and unite it again. And that's pretty much the whole story of Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Like I said, it's boring. It's pretty simple, and it's so simple that it's boring. It's boring as fuck, guys. It just wasn't worth of my time. I don't even know why I spent over 40 hours in this game and expected the story to get better. It just didn't. It just didn't get better. Also, that's just one of main quests. Family quest, where you try to like find your family and unite it again, is just one of main quests through the game. One of main stories. There are 4 main stories. There is Atlantis story, where you find out who your real father is, and then you have to go and look for these artifacts where you have to kill those mythological creatures like Medusa, Minotaur, and other mythological creatures, which is complete bullshit because what the fuck happened to Assassin's Creed? When Assassin's Creed became a game about killing Medusas, Minotaurs, and those mythological creatures, just like what the fuck happened to Assassin's Creed franchise? I don't know. So yeah, there is a bunch of different story quests that has nothing to do with an assassin order. In my opinion, Assassin's Creed Origins had much better story. It was before Assassin's Creed Order, but it made much more sense. You had that cool outfit, you had a hidden blade. They also removed the hidden blade from Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I mean, what the fuck, Ubisoft? I mean, Assassin's Creed game without the hidden blade and cool assassin outfit is just not an Assassin's Creed game for me, sorry. And you add such a bullshit story. Like, story of this game was so bad and boring that after I finished the Family Quest story, I quit the game. That's how boring it was. I didn't even try to go and finish other story quests because I was already so bored of Assassin's Creed Odyssey that I just quit it. It just has nothing to do with assassins. I mean, I understand that the story of a game is set in ancient Greece and before assassins and all that stuff, so there is no way that assassins can be mentioned or any other way, but then in my opinion you shouldn't put the game in that era. Like, it's just not it. It just doesn't give you that Assassin's Creed feeling at all, and you don't even have a feeling you're playing an Assassin's Creed. The story is so bullshit that it just doesn't give you that feeling. You have a feeling you're playing some ancient Greece warrior story that is just trying to find his family, and that's how I seen it. And it was so boring that I literally skipped dialogues at some moments just to go through the quest as faster as I could because it was so boring and so uninteresting. Story was so unoriginal. In my opinion, this was the worst Assassin's Creed story ever made, and I didn't enjoy it at all. It's just complete trash. Like, I'm sorry, but it's true. Like, that's again just my opinion, but it was so bad that I just didn't want to hear about it. It was just really, really bad. Alright, so that was about the story. That was unfortunately complete bullshit and disappointment. But let's talk now about good stuff in this game. Let's talk about gameplay. Gameplay also didn't change that much since Assassin's Creed Origins, but there was some changes here and there that made you feel a little bit differently, especially in combat. For example, combat in Assassin's Creed Odyssey is again the same like in Assassin's Creed Origins. You again have enemies that you can lock on, and you have that RPG system and everything. And combat is again like button mashing, dodging, blocking and all that, but now you have abilities that you can assign to your character, and it's basically just like a skill tree. You buy those skills, and then it's called abilities, and you can assign them to your character, and you can use those abilities in combat, like Sparta kick, like healing ability. Then you have bull charge. You have a bunch of different abilities that you can combine and make a deadly combo in combat. And it was pretty fun, honestly. I had a lot of fun using those abilities in combat, so combat is fine. I had a lot of fun with combat in Assassin's Creed Odyssey, so that's a big plus. Then again, we have RPG system. Just like in Assassin's Creed Origins, you level up, you collect gear that you can attach to your character, but this time they expanded that RPG system, which is something that I also love. Now you have like armor for every body part of your character. You have helmet, you have chest armor, you have armor for your legs, for your hands. Actually, for every body part you have armor. So they just basically expanded it a little bit, and everything else is pretty much same as Assassin's Creed Origins. Again, you have weapons that have a different level, different statistics, different damage and all that kind of stuff. You can upgrade them, you can sell them, you can buy new weapons. You also have a shop system where you can buy new equipment and all that kind of stuff. pretty much just like in Assassin's Creed Origins. Nothing really changed about RPG system, just they expanded it a little bit, and that's the whole difference. Now when I'm talking about levels, there is something I really disliked about Assassin's Creed Odyssey, and that's level grinding. It was good in Assassin's Creed Origins, but they completely fucked it up in Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Imagine that you have to grind levels for like 20 hours so you can just go and play a main quest. Like, what the fuck, Ubisoft? What have you done to Assassin's Creed? Why you had to destroy it? Like, that was one of the most... Actually, that was the most frustrating thing in Assassin's Creed Odyssey for me. Grinding and grinding and grinding for 20 fucking hours so you can just go and play a main quest. Like, I wasted so much time on side quests that are also really uninteresting, so unoriginal. They are so stupid, but you have to go through all that so you can just go and play a main quest. Like, how fucking boring is that? In Assassin's Creed Origins, it was not a thing. You could level up much faster, but in Assassin's Creed Odyssey, it takes so fucking long to level up. I just don't know why they did that. Apparently they thought players will have fun exploring the world and all that kind of stuff, and they are right about that. World is really big in Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Like, you can see map here, the world is really big. It's really big world. Open seas, beautiful islands, and all that kind of stuff. It's a huge world, and the good thing is they made a big world that you can explore. But there are also players like me who are not really that much into that kind of stuff. I love to explore world, but when I want to play a main quest, I want to level up faster as I can so I can go and play that main quest. I don't want to waste 20 hours grinding and leveling so I can just go and play a main quest, one single main quest, because enemies are way higher level than me and they're just gonna destroy me. And that's again a thing that was in Assassin's Creed Origins. If enemy is higher level than you, you're just gonna die pretty much instantly, and that stayed the same in Assassin's Creed Odyssey, like that level system, and I'm fine with that. But again, I think you could level up much faster in Assassin's Creed Origins. I just don't know why they had to made it so hard in Assassin's Creed Odyssey. They made it so hard to the point where it's just not fun anymore. I mean, if you are that hardcore RPG guy, then sure, you will have fun leveling up, but I'm not really an RPG kind of person. Again, Assassin's Creed is one of those games that has a pretty simple RPG system, and I enjoy that RPG system, but I'm just not that kind of guy who's gonna grind for 20 hours so I can go and play main quests. They're just really boring and uninteresting to me. And that's exactly the problem with Assassin's Creed Odyssey. It takes so much time to level up so you can go and play main quests, so you can go and finish the story. It's just uninteresting. That's a really bad thing, and that was the most frustrating thing for me in Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Then again, they brought back ships, which is a great thing. It gave me back that good old Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag vibes. You have your ship in game that's called Adrestia, and you can go around open seas, engage other ships, board them, rob them, sink them. So pretty much you can do everything you could do in Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. They brought back that ship combat, and it was pretty interesting to see that. Then again, you have ship menu where you can go and upgrade your ship. So you collect materials and all kind of stuff you need to upgrade your ship and make your ship stronger. And that's one thing that was, for example, interesting for me in this game, collecting materials and then upgrading ship. And it's cool when you can fire those fire arrows and javelins to other ships. It was pretty interesting to see that, in my opinion, like that ship upgrades and that ship combat and those Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag vibes. were back in Assassin's Creed Odyssey, and that's what I really like. And it was a good thing in my opinion. Then you have store menu, which is again for those rich gamers that want to buy skins and premium access and all that kind of stuff. That's not really important in my opinion. Then again, we have skill tree here that I was already talking about. You can, again, every time you level up, you get ability point, or you can gather those ability points other ways, like exploring ancient tubes or caves and all that kind of stuff. And then you get ability point. You can buy new skills or abilities, how they're called. And yeah, it's a pretty simple way, and it worked just like it always worked in Assassin's Creed. So they kept that same as in Assassin's Creed Origins. And again, the only new thing is that you can now assign those abilities to your character, and you can use them in combat. There are even some abilities you can assign to your bow and arrow. So that's also a new thing. Now in combat, they remove those repetitive bows, and there are only like single shot bows now in the game in Assassin's Creed Odyssey. But they added abilities that you can combine with your bow and make it more deadly, which was also pretty helpful in some situations in Assassin's Creed Odyssey. When you have to fight a bigger enemy that's a bigger level than you, those bow abilities came pretty useful. Those bow abilities were pretty useful in my opinion, so that's a good thing. And yeah, pretty much everything else about skill tree is the same, like in Assassin's Creed Origins and pretty much any other Assassin's Creed game. Then again, this is a quest menu. This is where you have your quests, main quests, side quests, and other quests. Pretty much all the quests are here. They change nothing absolutely here, it's all the same. Then this is cultist menu, and this is something that is a part of a story in Assassin's Creed Odyssey. It's also one of the story quests that has nothing to do again with the family quest or any other quest in Assassin's Creed Odyssey. It's just a series of main quests in Assassin's Creed Odyssey where your mission is to actually kill all of these cultists, and it's just something that takes so much time. You have to reach at least level 50 to be able to do all these quests, because they are all almost level 50, and it's so fucking annoying. Trust me guys, just at least I'm not that kind of person who's gonna reach level 50 so I can just go and do this main quest. I'm just not that kind of person. This is really boring to me. You have bunch, and when I say bunch, as you can see, there's really bunch of targets to assassinate, and that's a main story. That's one of the main quests, to assassinate all the targets. It's pretty damn annoying. Of course I didn't do it because I lost interest as soon as I seen level 50. I was like, no way I'm wasting that much time just to do this quest. It's just something that takes too much time. But yeah, it's part of a game, and again, that cultist order or whatever has nothing to do with Assassin's Creed story. They are supposed to be like some sort of ancient Templars or whatever, but I don't know. Again, it just didn't give me that Templar feeling and that Assassin's Creed story. Just bunch of targets that are actually after your family and blah blah blah. This story is so uninteresting. It's just not worth mentioning in my opinion. But yeah, that's just about the menu of this game. Also, for transport from one location to another, you can use fast travels in this game. You can use your big ship. Then you also have those small boats that are pretty fun to drive around. Then you have your horse that you can also call whenever you want and like ride it around the map to get from one location to another. Again, nothing new, nothing we haven't seen before in Assassin's Creed. And of course there is good old parkour, and it feels exactly the same like in Assassin's Creed Origins. It's absolutely same like Assassin's Creed Origins. The only difference I realized is that once you get to a higher level, you can jump over higher places without damaging yourself. Your character will do like a front flip or something, and you don't take any full damage anymore. You can jump from whatever the fuck height you want. It just doesn't matter, you won't die. And in my opinion, that is a good thing, because I mean it's unrealistic. It is kind of silly to think of and stupid, but it's so annoying when your character jumps the way you didn't want it to jump, and then you just die and you have to wait for the loading screen and all that kind of stuff because of that little stupid mistake, and because controls were just unprecise. And it's still a thing in Assassin's Creed, and I think it always will be a thing. It still happens that your character jumps the way you don't want to jump, but yeah, in general parkour feels pretty smooth, and it's exactly the same like in Assassin's Creed Origins. Nothing really changed. Then environment in Assassin's Creed Odyssey also again feels pretty much the same like Assassin's Creed Origins. You have animals that you can hunt. There are animals that will run away from you like deers, and then again there are animals that will attack you like bears and wolves, for example. And sometimes when you're running through the higher level area, you have to be careful, because those wolves and bears, if they are higher level than you, they're gonna absolutely destroy you. So, and again, that's in my opinion pretty annoying, because even though they are higher level than you can't even go to those higher level areas to explore them because you didn't level up enough. So even if you want to level up by exploring some locations and getting experience for leveling up, you can't do it, because fucking bear or a bunch of wolves will attack you and just whoop your ass in few hits. And it's so annoying. That level up system in Assassin's Creed Odyssey just takes too long. It's annoying. It was fine in Assassin's Creed Origins. I enjoyed it. But in Assassin's Creed Odyssey, just know that level system is so annoying, it's so boring, it takes too long, and I don't know, I just don't know why they did that. They just destroyed that RPG system that was made in Assassin's Creed Origins. They tried to make it better, but they completely failed in my opinion. So again, like in Assassin's Creed Origins, there are higher level enemies than you. They're not that higher level than you. You can kill them. It'll take a little time, but you'll kill them, just like in Assassin's Creed Origins. That didn't change, luckily. But again, if they are like way too higher level than you, you're gonna die instantly. And then there are in games mercenaries. This is a mercenary menu, and these guys are one of the toughest enemies in Assassin's Creed Odyssey. So before in Assassin's Creed, if you like do bad things like kill civilians or domestic animals or whatever, the game will just desynchronize you after a few times you do that. It will give you a warning, and if you keep doing it, it's just gonna desynchronize you. And it's just not a thing with Assassin's Creed Odyssey. That's also one new thing that's been added to Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Now it's more like GTA stars. Like if you do those bad things and if you steal from people, and if you like get caught stealing, you will earn like negative points, and then a bounty will be put on your head, and you'll have mercenaries after you, and they can appear pretty much anywhere around the world. You just run around the world, do your things, and they just pop up, and you'll have to fight them. And that's actually sometimes not a bad thing, because those mercenaries, they wear good equipment, and you can obtain better equipment, weapons and gear easier by killing those mercenaries. So it's not a bad thing if they come after you sometimes. I sometimes do bad things in this game, so just mercenaries come after me, and that way I can steal their gear. I don't have to buy it, and usually it's epic gear. So again, like in Assassin's Creed Origins, you have common, rare, epic and legendary equipment sorted by its value. Legendary is of course the best, common is the worst, so you can get some good gear that way by killing mercenaries. And it's a good thing sometimes. It's a good thing they made that. In my opinion, it was pretty annoying, like if you accidentally kill a civilian or something, you get synchronized. I think this way is better, like you get a bounty on your head that you can remove by killing people who are sharing words about you or just paying the bounties to leave you. So again, they give you an option to remove that bounty, of course. So those mercenaries are actually a good thing, and it was fun. When you run around the world, you just run into one and they just want to kill you. and sometimes it's so unexpected, and instead of one, like 2 or 3 mercenaries show up, and sometimes it feels so epic to kill all of them. So that mercenary thing is, in my opinion, good. It was fun. Then another new thing in Assassin's Creed Odyssey are selective dialogues. So now when you approach a character, when you talk to them on main quest, side quest, wherever, you can choose what you want to say, and that will have an outcome in the game. So that way you can change story in Assassin's Creed Odyssey and make things a little bit different, which kinda gave me a hope that story is not gonna be complete bullshit. So even though they give you a choice that you can make your choices in the game, this game still has shitty story. No matter what you do, what you say, what option you select to say, it still has a shitty story. But those selective dialogues are pretty helpful because so sometimes when you need to go in the exploration area, you can ask the characters like where would that be, where that person is, or something. You can get more information, and then it's easier for you when you are on the quest. You can complete that quest easier. I loved those selective dialogues. They were pretty interesting. Then again, there is stealth. That's also pretty much the same like Assassin's Creed Origins. Enemies will spot you almost instantly. Stealth in Assassin's Creed since Origins is pretty challenging. Enemies won't take a long time to spot you. Once you get spotted, it's gonna be almost instantly. They're gonna raise alarm and attack you. So stealth in Assassin's Creed Odyssey is still interesting, like it was in Assassin's Creed Origins. You have to be super careful, super sneaky, and stealth is pretty interesting in my opinion. And if enemies are lower level than you, it feels so nice to stab them with the spear and just kill them. But again, spear is cool, but I prefer a hidden blade. Just like why would you remove a hidden blade from Assassin's Creed, guys? Like it's just not an Assassin's Creed game without a hidden blade. We all know that. I mean, that's again just my opinion, and in my opinion of many people that I read comments on internet. But okay, we all have our opinions, right? And now for the end, I left graphics and optimization of this game, and these are my specs of my PC. I have R7 370 4GB graphics card, AMD/MSI. Same with processor, it's AMD. It's FX 8320 Black Edition, and 16GB of RAM, Kingston Fury, also Black Edition. So it's about €1,000 setup. But yeah, I played this game on all high settings. I couldn't play it on Ultra for some reason, even though I think I know the reason, and reason is that Assassin's Creed Origins was more all of a desert, and there was not that much colors like in Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Assassin's Creed Odyssey is set in ancient Greece, and there is a lot of trees and vegetation and all that kind of stuff, and it just takes more in my opinion. So but yeah, game still looks really pretty on all high settings. I played it in like 30-40 FPS, and what I was really surprised about is that they finally found a way to remove frame drops on the FX series of processor. And finally, for the first time in a very long time, I played Assassin's Creed game without frame drops every few minutes. So I had no frame drops that last for like 30 seconds and then it just goes back to normal. They just removed that, and when I saw that I was like, wow, bravo Ubisoft, you finally fixed it, bravo. I was really surprised by that, and I'm gonna give them a big plus for that. But yeah, in general, game looks really beautiful. It has a big world to explore, and level of detail is just crazy. In my opinion, it just doesn't look that much better from Assassin's Creed Origins. It's the same engine and everything, I think. So Assassin's Creed Odyssey and Assassin's Creed Origins graphically are pretty much the same. There is not that big difference. Maybe if you like look closely, you can spot a tiny difference in some details, but it's so small that you really have to train your eyes to see those kind of stuff. But yeah, it's pretty much graphically same as Assassin's Creed. Origins in my opinion, but it still looks damn pretty and beautiful. It has a crazy level of detail, and yeah, it's a pretty game. Also, what I really loved always about Assassin's Creed games is how they make environment alive. And just like in any Assassin's Creed game, it's same thing with Assassin's Creed Odyssey. It's really cool when you walk around town, for example, and you can see all the characters doing something, you know. They're not like statues and staying still. All of them are animated and they do something, and it really feels alive, and that's something I really always loved about Assassin's Creed and in general Ubisoft games. They always make environment feel alive, and it's just cool to see that, in my opinion. Alright, so I think that was pretty much it about Assassin's Creed Odyssey review for me. Let me know down below in the comments if I missed something. I probably did, because this game has just fuck ton of stuff to talk about and this video is already too long. But yeah, that was it. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you do, then go ahead and leave a like, share, comment, or subscribe if you want. If you don't want to, that's totally fine. You can also follow me in my Chris Facebook group. A link is down below in the description. You can join. Group is public, so feel free to join. And if you have any questions, you can leave them on my ass.fm. A link is also down below in the description. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. I love you. Thank you for everything you've done for me and this channel so far. I really appreciate it. And yeah, I'll see you in the next videos, guys. And Chris out.